My name is Sarosh. Hello.
Hi Sarosh.
I'm from Pakistan. Hi, Alex.
Nice to meet you.
You too, Shumar. I'm from Pakistan and I do weird things a lot. Like, okay, that sounds wrong. I like trying things that I don't do, like that people don't really do. So I started doing stand-up in Pakistan. Like there was a cafe where I started going for like open mic nights. Yeah, in Rawalpindi cafes.
The IO Cafe?
IO Cafe, yeah. So, like it became a thing, and I'm generally like people tell me at least I'm a funny person. So I was like, let's do that something with that.
Let me try.
Yeah, I like to think I'm funny. I don't know. So for today, so ever since I've been in Finland, I have like noticed a few like cultural differences and like new things that I've had to experience and explore. So I was like, let's make a list of rules for myself. How like Finland is different from my own country, and like the things I've learned, and maybe they can help some of you if you're new. EDIS 3 or like I don't know. EDIS 4 maybe this might be helpful. So yeah, I have like a list of rules. It's about 11 rules, and they contain 3 stories. And I hopefully they're funny. I don't know.
They gotta be funny, don't worry.
Yeah, they are funny. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. So rule number 1. If you can, in TYS at least, if you can access an apartment from within the building, it doesn't mean the apartment belongs to that building. This was my first lesson I ever learned in Finland. And where's Arohi? She not here? Okay.
Oh, she's with the pixels.
Okay. Arohi had my keys when I arrived in Finland. So when we came here to TYS, me and Kizar together, we called Arohi. She came down. She gave us our keys. Kizar had to pick his keys from the TYS like locker. So they went to the locker, and Arohi was like, "Go to your building and like get to your apartment and like settle down." So I saw the building name. It's at 10D. I live in 10D. Hello, Arohi. I'm telling that story. Yeah. So I went upstairs to 10D, and now the thing is, there's 2 doors at the top of the stairs. There's one to the left, which goes inside your own building. There's one to the right, which is a bridge to the other building.
Yes.
And I just saw Arohi come down from the bridge. So I was like, oh, that's the main door. That's the one people take.
Yeah.
So I went on the bridge. And I kept walking with all my luggage, and I went to, my apartment was 32. So I walked up to 32. There was a name tag there.
Too much!
And I was like, oh, maybe the last person who lived here, maybe, they forgot to take it off. I don't know. I don't know how things work here. This is my first like 2 hours in Finland. So I tried putting my key in, but it won't go. So I was like, oh, the keys are bad here. Like they're very rusty. I have to, like, push it in. Yeah. I was like, come on in. But it just wouldn't like move or anything. And then I got so frustrated, I was like, why is this not working? And like Arohi was like nowhere in sight. So I got really frustrated. There's a sub rule. There's like 1A here. And the rule is, if you can't open the apartment with your key, don't ring the doorbell.
Why? They cannot open.
The ghost is gonna open.
You open.
Because best case scenario, it doesn't open.
And worst
And worst case scenario, it opens. Luckily for me, it didn't open. It was empty. And I went back down. I found Arohi. I was like, "Why is the door not opening?" She was like, "I don't know." And then I was like, and then I started going up again with her, and I was like, "Okay, so I'll show you." She was like, "Where are you going?" I was like, "To my apartment." She's like, "That's not your apartment."
Fair enough.
So that was my first night in TYS. I went into the wrong apartment. Okay. Rule number 3. Never wear joggers to a nightclub. So our first or second weekend here, we went to Heidi's with Debayan. Where's Debayan?
Somewhere.
Is it? Oh, hello. Yeah, Debayan and Kavita and all, they took us to Heidi's. Heidi's?
Yeah,
We know.
it's the boy already.
Yeah. So one of us, I'm not gonna say who, had joggers on, and they didn't let us in. And so we like moved around for like an hour looking for a place that would accept us. Yeah. Also have a police card on you because they don't accept your residence permit at nightclubs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not funny rules, they're just good rules. Yeah. Rule number 4. just because it's called a stop doesn't mean the bus will stop.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, we all learned.
Because where I'm from, okay, my own city, Karachi, it has like 25 million people. So buses there are like, it's a probability if you're gonna reach your destination or not. If you get left on the way there somewhere on the road, that's up to you. But when I studied Islamabad, they have this thing called a metro.
Yes.
Where basically the buses, they have their own roads. No cars can ever go on that road. And they stop at every stop. Like they're mostly automated. So I was expecting the bus to stop at every stop.
Yeah, but it didn't.
And it didn't.
Tell the DVD
And
story.
yeah. My comedy show. Of course I'm gonna tell. That's what I'm building up to. It's called
You wanna join it?
yeah. It's called working up. Yeah. Anyway, so I had a DVV appointment with Amara. Yes. And so there's a sub rule here. Where's the sub rule? There's a 4A. If your appointment is from 1 to 1:30, it's at 1. It's not from 1 to 1:30. The 1:30 is nothing. It's at 1. If you're not there 15 minutes before, you're late.
Yes.
And they will say like you're late, and they're like, they're not mean about it. Sometimes but they have the right to be. That's what I learned. Yeah. So I had my appointment at 1, and so we had lunch at Aurum at around 12. So I was like, that's enough time. I have a whole hour to get to DVV. Shouldn't be so hard. This was my first time using the maps and the buses and all. So like we waited for a bus. The bus came around 12:20 because we ate we ate lunch, and it was 12:25, 12:30. So we started leaving. The bus came around 12:40. And I was looking at all the stops on my map, and I was like, okay, I need to get on the last one, and then DVV. But the thing is, there's construction going on where that stop is. And again, the bus, just because it says
Stop.
it's not gonna
Stop.
So like 3 stops later, after the market square, the bus changed lines. And then it started going on stops that weren't on my map, and I was just hoping it's gonna get back online because the driver's excited. He's taking a different route. He's like, let's try something new today. But he didn't do that. So he went on different stops. But at one point he did get back on the line, and I was like, okay, things are fine now. He's gonna stop at the next stop, and I'm gonna get off. So the thing is, after the bridge, he's supposed to take a left and stop. He took a right.
Oh,
I was like, okay, that's fine, it's okay. Yeah. And then I saw the stop name, the next one, and that was not on my map. And then I was like, you know what, maybe he'll turn around at some point. I was just hoping for that. This is like 12:50 by now.
so hopeful.
Yeah, I'm very hopeful, very optimistic for life. 2 stops later, he didn't stop. I was like, okay, I'll just get off at the next stop and I'll walk my way back and just apologize. And I was waiting for the bus to stop because it stops, but no one was pressing the stop button. There's a stop button in the bus. Yeah. No one was. I didn't know what. I thought that was for emergencies. If if someone's dying or something, you stop the bus. This person is having a heart attack. But no, it's for people to just get off. And so no one pressed the stop button for 4 stops. And by now, when we started the trip, I was 20-minute walk away from DVB. And at the end of it, it wasn't stopping at any of the stops. And then so I was very shy, and I asked Amara if you could talk to the driver. So he stopped at a red light, and Amara walked up to him.
Why are you not stopping?
I actually said the same thing.
She asked why you're not stopping, and then she told him everything, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna go here where you want to go after an hour. And so we were like, can we just get off here? He was like, yeah, sure. So he let us out, and I checked the map, and we were 40 minutes away from it. We had gone farther. I was like, okay. And then we started walking. We tried getting an Uber, but Uber was 15 minutes away. So we were like, okay, let's just try getting the next bus. We got a bus. We started going on the same line. And then again, at this point, I still don't know there's construction going on. I know he turned right. I don't know why he turned right. So I'm hoping for this one to stop at the right place. So he goes, he's supposed to go straight, last stop. Yeah, everything should be fine. He takes a left again. I'm like, what is up with this one stop? Why would no bus ever do? Is this like cursed or something? And then as soon as he turned on the brake, I pressed the stop button. Now I don't care anymore. We got off, we went to DVV. This was 12:45. I was outside the 1 to 1:30. No, this was 1:45. I was outside my appointment time. It was Amara's appointment time now. So she got her appointment, I got a ticket, and I waited like a good person, even though I had an appointment. So that's, yeah, buses are tricky. Don't. Yeah. Buses are very tricky here. Okay, rule number. Okay, I'll do this last one because this is the main event. Okay. Rule number 6, don't lock yourself out unless you're rich because it costs 40 euros if you lock yourself out.
Oh, you're the one that Alex texted me about.
Oh no, that was Amara.
Buy the key every time.
I gave my key away. Okay. Rule number 7, don't go to relatively unknown places with the Donkey Republic bikes.
Then you cannot stop.
Very adventurous.
There's a story here as well. Okay, so Donkey Republic has free bikes for if you have the Foley card, or if you don't, you can get for 6 euros. Simple enough. We got our bikes, we went to Ekotori. Yeah.
You cannot stop.
Yeah. We reached Ekotori and we had Mariamma with us. She has her own bike. And and I was using her Donkey, because she also had the Donkey Republic thing, and then she got a bike. So I was using her Donkey Republic app.
Ooh.
So we reached Ekotori and we found out that you can't stop the bikes anywhere. There's specific like regions where you can stop those bikes. And we were like, oh, okay, so like how far is the farthest, like how far is the closest pickup, like drop off spot? And it like on the map everything seems really close here. So it seemed close. We kept riding and riding for 2.5 kilometers.
No.
And Mariamma, she was like, oh yeah, if it's close, I'll just walk there. So she was following us. We were on our bike. She was walking.
Oh my
And we lost her in like 3 minutes. We reached the place, and like it was 2.5 kilometers. We were like, fine, we'll walk back. It's okay. We're salvaged. I get off on my bike, and I'm like, I can't end this ride because I'm using Mariamma's. And she's like 2.5 kilometers away. So I call her asking if she can end it from there, if that's a thing. But you need Bluetooth and you need to be connected to the bike. So I rode back to Mariamma. But by then Mariamma had reached. And I missed her. And I came back. We ended the ride and we walked back to Ekotori. It wasn't closed, thankfully. But yeah, that's the only time I went to Ekotori. I've never, like, anyone asked me Ekotori, I'm like, no, I'm good. I have too many bad memories.
You wanna go again?
That's why they call it Donkey Republic.
Yeah. Rule number 8, always ask for student discounts. That's, very helpful. Number 9, don't throw away beverage cans. You can recycle those at Kmart.
Yes,
Or like,
Good money.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get like a croissant if you get like 3 bottles. So, it's very nice. So that is economic. Yeah. And if you find, like I found, there was an art festival and we rode along the river with our Donkey Republic bikes. And I found like 3 beer bottles and I put them in my basket. We rode back. There's this really like bad cobblestone paths along the cathedral, and by the time I got home, I had lost like one of the cans. But I got like something out of it, so it was not bad. Oh yeah, rule number 10. This is very important. If you're going for your police card, because some of you haven't gone yet, don't take pictures at the police station.
Okay.
Because they will be mean to you. Like, I've never seen a Finnish person mad except that one time. And it was a police officer and I'm Pakistani. None of that aligned well. I heard a, hey! What are you doing?
Oh my god!
And the thing is, I wasn't taking pictures. There was a sign on the wall in Finnish. Everything is in Finnish, and I was trying to translate it. And that's the only time I actually ever took a picture of something while translating it. And yeah, don't do that. That's not good.
You might be thinking flashback from Pakistan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't tell my last name to a lot of people in Pakistan. That's like there are levels to my friendship, like first name basis, last name. Okay, yeah. And the last one, this one is also somewhat important. Don't order from Papa's Pizzeria after 9. Some of you might not know this. So it was a late day. I got off at I came back at 8:30 or something, and I was like, I'm hungry. I heard Arup tell me about Papa's Pizzeria. It's like, it's really good. And I was like, okay, let's try Papa's Pizzeria. I walked to Papa's Pizzeria. It was like 9:02 or something. I went in there, and no one spoke English. So I had to tell them I want a pizza. I want the menu. I was like, I want the third one, Tropicana. The chef was there was no attendant on the counter. The chef was behind the counter making the pizza. He asked me, what do you want? I said Tropicana. He started preparing the Tropicana. It's like, okay, fine, I'll pay when the guy comes. So the guy came. He charged me 5 or 6 euros more than the amount on the menu. And I was like, why? Right? I asked them why. And they both came up to me. I was like, he gave me the receipt. I was like, this is greater than that. See, the numbers are not aligning. And he was like, oh yeah, after 9, expensive. I was like, oh. I was like, okay, I don't want that. He's like, what? I was like, cancel pizza, no pizza. He's like, what do you mean no pizza? He didn't say that. I don't know what he said. He said something. Koi gali di hogi.
So you're never coming
And I was just standing there because he was attending to other customers, and then he came back to me. He was like, you eat pizza. I was like, I don't want pizza. And so they started doing their own thing, and I kind of just walked out and I left.
So you're never going.
Yeah, and I'm never going back there because
You're not going.
they might recognize me. If you're going to Papa's Pizzeria, don't take me with you. They might charge you more. And yeah, those are my 11 rules if you want to be in Finland.
You said there was still main story.
Oh, that Papa's Pizzeria was the main.
Okay. You should have said that.
Thank you.